What's up,
George.
faithful? Welcome to the East Coast Red and Gold podcast. I'm Niners Jess, along with Ty Austin, Maddie B, and Niner Lady Dina. It is Wednesday, September 17th. We are at week 3. What's up, guys?
What's up?
Hey.
Happy Wednesday. Victory
What's up,
Wednesday.
gang?
Like I said a minute ago.
Victory Wednesday, victory week. Let's go. We're 2-0. All right, before we get started, we are brought to you by Faithful Gear. Get your customized Niners gear made for the faithful by the faithful at faithfulgear209.com. All right, first I'm going to start off with the injuries, as we always do. Did not practice today. Christian McCaffrey, calf vet day. Juice Saran Neal concussion. Trent Williams knee vet day. Spencer Burford knee. Juwan Jennings shoulder and ankle. Yatir Gross-Matos knee. Nick Bosa vet day. And Brock Purdy was limited. Thoughts?
Wait, hold on. What does limited mean?
Yeah,
He took.
Like, did he?
He took part in like individual drills and stuff like that, but not the team
The
stuff.
team. Okay. There we go. Okay. The important thing is, did he practice with the team? And it's no. So, okay. Yeah. All righty. The other guys, it's injuries as usual. They've appeared on the list before. So we know they're nicked up, dinged up, something's going on. Spencer Burford is the only surprise for me. Like, the heck happened to him? When did he get injured? What's going on there?
He didn't even
backup
play.
left tackle. Yeah, that backup left tackle was like, hey, we need him in case Trent can't go. So what's up with that? So, but other things, I don't think they're that crazy. We know about them. It's just Trent always gets a Wednesday off, like things like that, precaution, give them that extra day of rest so that they can play on Sunday.
And being that they have some type of ailment and has to be reported. So
Right. Yeah. And CMC with the cab is going to be there all year long.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just say CMC-calf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
100%. Hopefully it stays like it is, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Maddie,
Maddie,
what are
got
your
out that
thoughts?
game with major injury,
Yes, that's true. Very true.
Yeah, I mean, it's just more of the same, really. Somebody gets hurt, and it's a week to week deal. You know what I mean? So hopefully everybody comes back, and nobody has to come back too early. Hopefully Brock's not trying. My concern is not so much. Somebody asked me today if they thought that the team was trying to push Brock back early, and I said no, I don't think that's the case at all. I honestly think, if anything, Brock is now trying to push himself to come back a little bit early after what he saw Mac do last week, right? Like,
Don't start that.
I could see that competitiveness in him, right? Just from his own head. I mean, you're talking about a guy that was selected last in the draft. Like, he doesn't want to take that risk. It's silly, but like, I could see him doing that. So hopefully they're letting him save himself. You know what I mean? That would be the only thing I would see there. You know what I mean? But I can't see that either. Like, but boy, I would be really. It was really weird how all of a sudden he was limited this week, and they're like, well, if he's a backup emergency quarterback, I'm okay with that. But I don't want Brock starting this week. Give him time. Give him time.
Yeah.
If he's a full go on Friday, I think he'll play.
Yeah. The thing is, with the shoulder is not the issue. It's the toe.
It's
Right.
the
It's
toe.
the
How
toe.
bad
Shoulder
is
is
that?
We're all
done. Shoulder is done.
You know what I mean? And it's like, which toe is it? Is it the big toe? Is it the pinky toe? Is it the middle toe? No one knows. And like, how bad is that ligament hurting? Like that he can push off and throw, because throwing is with the legs down and the feet. So
Can he run?
plus he runs. So
Yeah.
like, how bad is that? The fact that he didn't do team drills today lets me know there's no rush. Like, dude, get some throwing in, see how you feel, and let's evaluate.
Rob D says they did say it was only a variant of turf toe.
I don't know.
Why is it always
What
so?
exactly does that
All
mean?
turf
Why is-
toe is a variant, though.
What in the-
Yeah.
Why is there always some sort of bullshit with this team and their injuries? Like, it's always some weird ass thing that we've never heard
Yeah.
of. A variant. What is it, from the
Yeah.
multiverse?
Yeah.
Cut the shit. Like, what are we doing here? Stop it. Get
At
help
first,
in the words
yeah.
of Michael Jordan. Like, stop it.
Yeah.
I know Jennifer Lee Chan did say that Brock wasn't rolling out like in warm-ups.
Yeah,
like
you knew they wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
See, when I heard limited, I was like, okay, there's going to be no rollouts, no under center stuff.
Yeah.
If he is with us taking snaps, it's going to be in shotgun where you could just dot throw. No movement. So
well, they practice tomorrow, they practice Friday, so we'll see what happens. Dina, what are your thoughts on the injuries?
Yeah, when I first heard about it, they listed it, from what I saw, as a hyperextended big toe. And I'm like,
oh, they
what
said
the
it
hell
was
is
That
that?
hyperextended word, that's been popular too.
Yeah, hyperextended big toe. What the hell is that? And then they showed a graph of it, and I was like, okay, well, I do that all the time. And I still get up and get in a car and run to my office. But yeah, then I heard it was like 5 weeks. I'm like, what the hell? 5 weeks. But some of the other injuries, I like you, Ty Burford. It's like, where'd that come from?
Exactly.
Yeah, I thought when I heard that, I was like, wow, did he actually go in? And then people said like he didn't even play, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I didn't see him on the field either. Like,
and
weird.
I didn't even know. Yeah, I didn't even know about the shoulder injury with Jennings. I was just like, really?
Oh yeah,
I mean, that one play when they showed him when he fell, and I said, ooh, that didn't look right. Like the way his foot planted and his body kind of went the other way. I said, that didn't look good. But
hey, Papa
J. But I had no idea about the shoulder thing. It's like, what the hell? Why are we so injury prone lately?
Well, Jennings' shoulder occurred last week in Seattle. That's just a whole
Seattle.
Yeah, he actually heard it in the Seattle game. So that's not new.
Yeah, but I mean, what is with us every week?
Well,
and again,
the good thing, and knock on wood, is that we don't come out of these games with like season-ending injuries.
Exactly.
So
that's what I said.
Did we just say that out loud? What are we doing? Like, what is happening here? Like,
knock on some wood here. Knock on some wood.
Yeah, knock on some wood.
What is happening?
Well, like this week, it was Ben Bartch.
Orland's voodoo dog. Hopefully that gets shaken around.
That's right.
At this point.
I forgot about Ben Bartch. He was placed on IR.
Yeah.
And there are two players who are no longer on the injury reports, and that's running back Jordan James and wide receiver Jordan Watkins. So that's actually good news.
Yeah. Well, Juice should be in there for his concussion.
He is.
Yeah. But
Now, what is that? Is that day by day?
Yeah, it's like, I think it's like a 5-step thing, protocol that they have to go through, and then I guess like the final day would be like, I don't know, like Saturday or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. We'll see. I don't know how it's looking, but we'll see what happens. All right, let's talk a little defense. I want to start off with D Winters, aka D Greenlaw.
Dre Greenlaw. I mean Dre Bowman.
How's Dre?
I said last week. Dre Bowman.
He still hasn't taken a snap for the Broncos yet, by the way. Fun.
I know.
Little ditty.
Greenlaw hasn't. Yeah.
I didn't know
really?
that.
Yeah, he still hasn't played.
Remember that muscle injury that they said wasn't an injury and wouldn't keep him out that long? Well,
yeah.
We're into week 3 now. He still hasn't practiced, and I don't think he's going to be playing again this week. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, D Winters, we're 2 games in, and he looks awesome. Flying around, and him and Fred Warner look really good out there together. Dina, your thoughts on D Winters?
I was impressed. I was really impressed. I didn't know that he could move the way he did. Kind of scared me with some of the things he was doing, but as far as his movements, but I was impressed. and grateful.
And grateful.
Impressed and grateful. But yeah, I was really impressed by what he did. He looked good to me. Now, if he can keep it up, be consistent, got it going on, you know. But yeah, I was impressed. He had a lot of speed that I didn't think he had.
Yeah, Maddie.
It's just great to see him healthy and contributing.
Yes.
And literally being the flag bearer for that entire draft class, right? Like, dude is absolutely like he is carrying that one, right? Like you can be like, well, that draft is great, except for D Winters, right? Like he salvages that. And sometimes that's all you get in the draft, no matter how many picks you have. So I'm hoping that continues. I hope he continues his ascent, right? That'll give Nick Martin some time to develop too. He's I think there's a little bit of rawness with some of their other linebackers. You know what I mean? Like I'd like to see them. I don't want to ever see them in another situation where if their starting linebacker gets hurt, they're completely, they're relying on a full-time special teamer to come in basically in the middle, say second half of a Super Bowl or something like that. So that's kind of one of those deals where like, I really want them to continue to develop that depth. So watching D Winters do well is absolutely phenomenal. Like that is great news for everyone involved that he's finally hitting, and hopefully he can take a little bit of that pressure off Fred Warner, right? And Fred, so that way Fred Warner is free to do his thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're seeing. That's exactly what we're seeing.
Yep.
Right.
He's not having to clean up his mess because he knows that mess has already been cleaned up. Correct.
I was just about to say, as we saw for last year, we had 59 on the field. And he didn't do much. He was making a mess, and Fred had to come clean it up, just like you said, Matt.
Yeah,
right. He was there, just there.
He wasn't even taking up space. He was just there, like that. There's I've never seen anything like it.
But we saw as the season went on, like D Winters was that third linebacker. Then he became the second, and that was before 59 quit. I think 59 quit because he became the second.
Yeah.
And D Winters made plays. He was out there. The one biggest thing with him was, could he stay healthy? Because he is fast. He does play a little reckless. Like, dude, take care of yourself, stay healthy so you could be on the field. He's doing that this year. And so he finishes a strong 2024. He comes into 2025. And Fred mentioned during training camp that he's really impressed with D Winters' growth, what he's doing this off season. Like sometimes we have to listen when an all-pro speaks, especially that one, right?
Yeah.
So we see that it's translating on the field, and hey, guess what? He has better coaching now.
Yeah.
Guy who can put him in the correct position and coach him up properly. All that makes a difference. So you see him playing his role. He's flying around making plays because Fred doesn't have to cover the entire field.
Right.
You see Fred doing his thing. Now you got that 1-2 punch at linebacker like we're supposed to have in this defense.
Right.
So it's great to see D Winters, his ascension, his development, his growth. Let's keep that rolling. I would love to see Nick Martin be active and have a role just so his development can start, right? Let's not redshirt him this year. It reminds me of D Winters so much because if you go back to D Winters' rookie year, he flashed in preseason. He was running around, hitting folk, making plays, and you're like, man, this Winters kid is something. This year, that was Nick Martin.
Yeah.
D Winters, we didn't see him his rookie year, redshirted. Here we are with Nick Martin. Let's not wait 2 years to see Nick Martin. Let's start developing him now. Get him going. And just look at this game coming up. We got a little short, speedy quarterback. Imagine if we can have the speed of a Nick Martin and a Fred Warner and a D Winters all on the field at the same time. Advantage 49ers. So they need to really rev that up.
Yeah, I was actually kind of surprised that he's been active these past 2 games.
Inactive.
Sorry.
Inactive. Yeah. Me too. Total shocker.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Michael Williams, 4 solo tackles, 2 tackles for loss. His trajectory seems to be going up. Run as a run defender, I feel he's made a big jump from game 1 to game 2. Really making his presence known out there. What do you guys think? What do you think, Maddie?
Nick Bosa going on the whole having to clean up other people's messes thing. Nick Bosa is not having to clean up the messes from the other defensive linemen and or ends from the other side. This is probably the most functional the other side of that line has been since D Ford was healthy, which was, I believe, for 3 weeks in 2019. So huge, right? For Michael Williams to be doing well out there. When Gross-Matos was out there, he also played well. But Bryce Huff has been a pretty good value over on that side too. So not only for the run game, but also for the pass. The pass rush has been a lot better this year. There's a lot more pressure. Spencer Rattler had a lot of issues the other day. Reading things, seeing where people were coming from. There was a lot of disguising going on. And it wasn't one of those deals where this team didn't have the talent to pull off a disguise. I think that was part of the problem last year. I don't think Brandon Staley's a terrible coach, right? Like he had a pretty good defense of the year the Rams won the Super Bowl, but he also had some really good talent, right? And I just don't think the talent level was there last year for them to do anything schematically. There's a little more talent this year, and I think the coaching staff is clearly leveled up as well. And you've seen that in the first 2 games. They would not have won these 2 games last year. They wouldn't have. If these 2 games had just been chronologically moved to last year with the same cast of characters, right? Let's say there was a writer's strike and they just moved a season. Like if they moved them back to last year, like they would have lost those games. They would have found a way to lose those games. This year, they found a way to win those games. That's extremely encouraging, right? But then we get off to this start 2-0, and they really haven't looked their best. Like this offense is, guys. I was thinking about this today. This was another conversation I had. The last time this offense was at full strength was, it was really at full strength and in full go was the NFC title game versus Detroit. Right? They were a little banged up going into the Super Bowl, but like that was it. That was a long damn time ago. Like Brandon Ayuk had a contract hauled out last year. He wasn't, by the time he got to full strength, he got hurt. Right? Like it was just one of those deals that was like,
he was full strength week 2, week 3.
He wasn't his
just because he didn't get the ball doesn't mean he wasn't full strength.
Whatever happened there, like
different conversation.
Yeah, he was not producing. Whatever caused that wasn't there. But the rest of it, McCaffrey's been out. Kittle's missed time here and there, right? Like Jennings has been banged up. Debo was banged up last year. Like it just Trent Williams was banged up last year. You name it, it happened. Right. And it has just been happening over and over again. So it's like, when are we actually going to see this team back at full strength? Like, and is it going to be consistent enough for a few weeks so they can get into some sort of groove offensively? Because that's what needs to happen next. Right. Yeah. That's the thing there. But back to the defense, like, love what I'm seeing so far. And they're doing what they're supposed to be doing to the teams that they're playing. Right. Like this week's to me is going to be a little bit of a test because you're going up against a veteran quarterback. But right now, this defense is doing well. And Fred Warner and Nick Bosa are being utilized and being coached like they're being coached by one of the best defensive coordinators in the game. And it makes a huge difference to the success of this team.
Yeah, I mean, we are going up against the Squirrel this weekend. So hopefully they have, I'm sure they have a really good plan. I mean, we've had trouble against mobile quarterbacks in the past. So I'm hoping that doesn't, appear on Sunday.
And turn some quarterbacks that aren't that mobile into mobile, like Geno Smith as an example. Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, Nick Bosa said today that, he really likes the game plan this week and, Salah has some things up his sleeve. So we'll see. But against the Saints, they were a bit more of a bend, don't break this game.
Well, Well,
yeah, kind of.
It seemed more to me like it was Renardo Green had way too much fun on Bourbon Street and had a rough one on Sunday or something. You know what I mean? I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know if he was having food poisoning, girl problems. I don't know what the hell was going on. But Renardo Green had one of the worst games of his friggin' life in week 2. He got targeted basically any chance they could, and they didn't just take his lunch, like they took his lunch and then broke it up into pieces and handed it out to people in front of him. Like that was how bad they took his lunch at times. It finally got straightened out towards the end, and they were able to fix some stuff. As Ty mentioned during the group chat during the game, like, you know, they'll roll some coverages over and get some stuff done. He was 100% correct. That's what they were going to have to do, but something was with him that day. Now, have the Saints exposed something with him? Or is he just, or did he take a step back? Like, what the hell's going on with Renardo Green? Because he's clearly not, he's doing the Ambry Thomas. He's not doing the Diamador Lenore. And I would like to see him get back into the Diamador Lenore highway, not the Ambry Thomas highway, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was from week 1. The Seahawks took advantage of him one-on-one. Copycat league. Like, hey, we're going to put our fastest receiver, Shaheed, over there on him one-on-one. Let's take a shot. And they did that
and they did.
First quarter. They didn't hesitate. First quarter, they did it.
Really underrated receiver too. So
yeah. He's fast. Yeah. Jess, you asked about Mykel Williams. You know, when I mentioned Fred Warner talking about D Winters this offseason, we got to start listening to these all-pro vets. Remember, Trent Williams spoke highly about Mykel Williams and how he's going to be a problem. Heavy-handed, plays really well, stout. He has all the makings. Now, we didn't see him, unfortunately, this preseason, but this is literally his second game.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw him, all right, I'm getting into a groove here. What do you want me to do, coach? You want me to stop the run? Got it.
Yeah.
Want me to go inside rush? Got that too. What do you need me to do? I'm doing it. And he played a very good game.
Yeah.
But only week 2, it's like, ooh, we are on to something here. Trent Williams was not blowing smoke. This is good stuff.
Yep.
So if he could be that guy that's outside on the rundown, setting the edge, and as we saw, you cannot block him with a tight end. That is not going to work rest of the league. Do it if you want to. It makes me happy to see, but that is not going to work.
No, it was great to see him do that too, because, you know, when you expect him to do one thing, he does another. And to have him on that out, like you said, Ty, to have him on the outside, ooh, that was a beneficial play for us. And I think he's evolving, let's say, more than what I thought he would at this time. But he is phenomenal to watch. I mean, you can't not keep your eye off of somebody like him. You can't.
Terradome.
Hi, Terradome. Yeah, and I just hope that is consistency.
Terradome, I'm repping.
Uh-oh.
I'm repping his boy. I talk smack about Mac Jones, but we all know Brock's the guy.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, I hope it's consistent. I don't want that Dorendo scenario that you were talking about earlier.
Well, the thing is, and I mentioned this over and over, we got the guy at the helm, Robert Saleh, who's been in this position before, with a group of young guys, coaching them up to be a good player.
Mm-hmm.
So he's in the perfect situation to learn, to grow, and to become a force for us for years to come.
Mm-hmm. He takes a lot of pressure off of others too, which I think is great. But to see him on that outside, boy, is balling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I mean, I was just like, damn. You know, a couple of the guys my 49ers group, we were watching a game, and that one play he did where he ran on the outside Dude didn't even see him. So we were like, dang, where did he come from? Ouch. The poor guy didn't even see him, and it's just like he hit a brick wall.
Yeah, Michael Williams is definitely trending in the right direction. All right, let's talk a little All-Pro Fred. Can't say enough about him. From David Lombardi, he had one of the highest PFF game grades Lombardi's ever seen, 95.1. Warner broke one Patrick Willis's 49ers franchise record for pass breakups and tied another forced fumbles in New Orleans. Just keeps getting better and better. I don't even know if that's possible because Fred is just awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Fred is Fred.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys right now. I was talking to Jess about this today. You have been blessed. Each one of you has been blessed with a vote for NFC Defensive Player of the Year. Do you choose Nick Bosa or Fred Warner?
Fred.
I choose Fred right now.
Fred.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who do you choose?
If it was today, yeah.
If it was today, Fred
Yeah.
Warner. But what I've seen from
Right.
Nick Bosa in the first 2 weeks leads me to believe if this continues on a weekly basis, which, you could say the same thing for Fred Warner as well. Like, he may overtake it. You know what I mean? Like, I could totally see Nick Bosa having like a 3-sack game against Michael Penix on a Sunday night against Atlanta, which Steve will be in attendance for. You know what I mean?
I'll be happy for that.
Right? Like, I could totally see that. You know what I mean? And
it's coming.
Yeah.
A multi-sack game is coming. You can see it.
Oh,
now.
yeah. It's there. There is a noticeable difference in the way he's being used and set up, and he's being set up for success. And it's been a joy to watch. So for him and Fred Warner to both be able to do that has been fantastic.
Yeah, Ty.
Yeah, All-Pro Fred. Hall of Fame Fred. Like All-World Fred. What name you want to use? Remember, last season, Fred Warner was Defensive Player of the Year. He started that season red hot. And then he cracked his ankle. And that kind of took the steam away. Right? But if you look at what he was doing prior to that, I mean, he was a one-man wrecking crew. Doing it all. Passes, fumbles, stopping plays, everything. So now we see he's 100% healthy. He's doing the same things. And he's in a better defensive situation in terms of coaching, and the personnel around him allows him to just elevate even more. So, yeah, there's no slowdown. Even though he's too old, we technically should have gotten rid of him because, once you're 27 or older, you need to go. At least that's what they say. But he's just that dude. You can't say enough about him. What's up, Crazy Juice?
Yeah, Dina.
Yeah, Fred all the way.
I started with a Fred shirt.
Yeah.
Actually, with the Fred, I was going to wear my Team Faithful shirt that Jess has on too. But then I was like, it's too much Brock discourse this week. Let me support my guy. So there you go. Anyway, sorry, Dina. Go ahead.
No, that's all good, man. It's all good. I'm sorry. I'm in Cape May, so hey. Now I'll be there next week. But yeah, Fred all the way, and I want to see Robinson out there more. To have that balance.
Mm-hmm.
That was my only take, from this game. I want to see Robinson out there more, to have more of a balance of what's going on. I mean, not that I don't want to see Fred play. God knows I do. But I want to see what this young guy has, too, to complement the other side. So, therefore, we don't have Fred looking like Superman and flying across the field to get to somebody. You already have someone right there that can do it. I just hope they put him in there, put Robinson in more, to
right
complement
now,
what Fred's doing.
he's 4th on the depth chart, I believe, behind Luke Gifford. Like the 3 linebackers, Fred D. Winters, then Luke Gifford is there.
And Nick Martin, like he's buried on the depth.
Yeah, he's not even dressing. Yeah, because Tatum Bethune is there, and they like Tatum Bethune.
Bethune,
his special teams play. Same for Curtis Robinson, really.
Yeah.
So you can see why there is, but
I'd like to see
I feel you. I like to see guys. You know, I understand Luke Gifford plays his role. He's that stack linebacker, supposed to be that guy. But I would like to see, you know, guys with some wheels like a Curtis Robinson, Nick Martin, etc. on the field, because I think it complements the speed of the defense overall.
Exactly.
So I'm with you there. Like if we could get those guys on the field, get them those reps.
Give them some reps for a while.
That'd be beneficial.
All, you know, and see what we can do. But I think it'll really complement them.
Yeah.
I think a guy that's not talked about enough is Bryce Huff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I think through, you know, the first 2 games, I think he's having a good season. Your thoughts on Bryce Huff before we move on to the offense?
Yeah.
Who, me?
Anyone? Go ahead.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not really talked about because, sorry, I jumped in there. Yeah, he's a situational pass rusher. So you only see him in those key situations. And if he doesn't get home, it's like he's not talked about. So that's kind of why. But you see the impact he has when he's out there. I mean, you hear Chris Kasarik talk about that GTFO. He got that GTFO. So, and he turned it on when we needed it most, right? And that's what you need. That's all we need. That's all we need. So, yeah, I think, you know, as he gets more comfortable, like in the offense, like in the defense, as we talking about everyone else, right? You're going to see him more and more getting real comfortable in this defense and making plays.
As well, we should.
Exactly.
The guy's got it. He's got the speed. He's right there. He's got the speed. And again, I like to see him out there. I like to see what he does. And so far, he's handled his business.
What do you think, Manny?
The thing I like most about Huff is the fact that Robert Saleh seems to have the key to unlock him, right? Like whatever happened in Philadelphia happened in Philadelphia.
Right.
Right.
Forget it.
Like, whatever. He didn't Devondre Campbell himself there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's a line to cross, and there's like it didn't go well, but he ended up landing on his feet in a good spot.
Yeah.
49ers get a value, and they finally get some production from a spot they've been dying to get some production for 6 years now. So, I'm excited to see it. It's I think the whole defense is just building correctly. As long as people are staying healthy and Renardo Green stops sucking, like I think some good things can happen.
Okay. So let's move on to the offense, and it's only a matter of time too for CMC to break off and get that running touchdown. Rob D says we need to break the run game open. We haven't been able to run the ball at all.
He's been eaten by the turf monster. He got eaten by the turf monster a couple times in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And it was literally he just had to cut back one more time. And the turf monster is like, you shall not pass, basically. You know what I mean? Also, it seems like the game script in the last 2 games, for some reason, has just favored the pass more. I mean, the lines have been stacked as well. You know what I mean? So
bingo.
And all I keep hearing about from people is, Seattle really revamped their defensive line. So, like, when you start looking at that, like the 2 matchups weren't that great. So yeah, they're 29th in the league right now, I think, in yards per carry or something like that, which is insane. I'd also like to see a little bit more Brian Robinson usage, a little bit more like creative Brian Robinson usage.
Yeah.
Like, let's get him out in some space a little bit. Like, they clearly have a pretty solid running back playbook for Christian McCaffrey that's flexible and it allows him to get the ball into successful spots. why can't we do that for literally any other running back? Like other running backs aren't capable.
Yeah.
Like there's some different things that Brian Robinson can do. Let's give him a chance to show that. Like until this becomes more of a 55, 45, 60, 40 split, like I'm going to be worried about Christian McCaffrey's health and longevity. So I'd really like to see more Brian Robinson usage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, CMC has to be out there. I mean, just his presence, like he's everything to this team.
Mm-hmm.
Ty, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, the run game is going to come. Kyle Shanahan is clearly playing the matchups. And I mean, if you listen to what everyone's been saying and what everyone thinks about the 49ers is that we have no weapons. There's no way on earth that we should be able to throw the football. So what do? You come out and say, they still got a CMC. We need to stop the run. And you saw Seattle came out. They got people up at the line. They're playing run. Brandon Staley, he wants to stop the run first. He's putting 5 defensive linemen on the line of scrimmage. Stop the run.
Yeah.
Say what you want about Kyle. Sometimes he just keeps it simple, stupid. All right, if they want to put 7, 8 in the box, that means I can throw the football.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the advantage is. Let me loosen that up. So that's what he's been doing. That's just the way it goes. Now he has run the ball. We haven't completely abandoned it, but because there's been so many in box, there's been 3 yards, and sometimes you got to play 3 yards in the cloud of dust offense, right? Because then it sets you up to maybe run a little play action bootleg, and all of a sudden you got 2 tight ends wide open in the field, and you get hit one for a touchdown. That's the game of football. That's that chess match. But I think the runs are going to come. We saw, like Matt mentioned, there was some holes opening up for CMC. He was getting there. That crappy turf in New Orleans. First of all, time out for a second. Thank you, football gods. We are going home to play on our beautiful Bermuda grass. No more of this crappy turf. Thank you. Players were slipping all over the field on Sunday.
Yeah.
It was embarrassing.
Terrible.
I don't even know how New Orleans ownership can look at that and be like, ooh, this is a good product.
Do you remember the Super Bowl, perchance? Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Pellets flying everywhere.
But yeah, just whoop, whoop,
yeah.
slip, fall, whoop.
Exactly.
Like, yeah. I just remembered, all I remember is the DeAndre Hopkins play.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like that dude is a world-class wide receiver. I'm pretty sure the turf failed him. Okay,
yeah,
like just straight up. Like there was just
no people on Sunday. Yeah,
yeah. Like it's just one of those. Like honestly, like it screwed the Ravens last year in the Buffalo game. Like that turf at Buffalo is brutal. Like look at what it did to Christian McCaffrey's kneecap.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, the runs are going to come. CMC has some holes open up. Matt mentioned how turf got him. I've heard from camera people that were there. They were getting hit by pellets of turf.
Yeah, I saw that.
Seriously?
Yeah. What?
Stupid. So I think maybe this week will be a game. We're back on grass. Footing is better. Balance is better. You might see a big run here. You never know, but it's going to come. But as teams continue to stack the box, I think Kyle play the pass a little bit more. That this whole thing about we have no weapons is greatly exaggerated.
Yeah, it is.
I don't see how Juwan Jennings is a nobody, and all of a sudden CMC is a nobody, and young Ricky P, who ended the season as our number 1 receiver, is suddenly a nobody. Like, it's weird. But hey, the run's going to come. Just be patient with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dina.
They picked up Kendrick Bourne off the street, and he freaking
yeah.
He's a nobody. Like we just have nobodies apparently.
That's right. Nobody knows. Okay. Nobody knows about that turf.
Welcome to East West Go, people.
That's my other talent.
Next up, the Solid Gold Dancers. Yes.
Twa, twa.
Woohoo! Yeah, my only worry is, and I know it, and arguing with other guys about it on Sunday, my only worry is I don't want to see CMC out there so much. I mean,
yeah, I mean, I get it. You don't want him to, get injured or, anything like that.
No.
You don't want to like run him into the ground and, and stuff.
Yeah.
But, he's a big part of the team. Definitely would like to see Brian Robinson out there more. And Maddie, you're right. Like to get like creative runs for him.
Creative screens.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
Come on, man.
You got more running backs than CMC. I'm not saying that, he shouldn't be out there, but it just really like baffles me that can we put somebody else out there for a while? They'll let him get some yardage. And if it's like a 2nd and 3, put somebody else in there because that's what worries me. We need him for the long haul. Okay. And I don't want to like get to week 6 and then God forbid. And then that's it. No. Do we have any more running backs that can like go out there and get the short yards?
We've been saying that for 2-3 years now.
Yeah. And I was I was so pleased to see my man, Jauan Jennings, do what he did on Sunday. Again, some people forget that he's out there. And out of nowhere.
I'm going to get to that.
Yeah, it's like, hello, I got the ball. Bye-bye. They forgot he was there. But, thank God he did what he did. And it was so nice to see him out there running again.
I mean, the dream says, looking at the box score, one of the most surprising things is Mac Jones threw the ball 39 times. CMC only had 13 carries compared to Robinson 6.
Yeah, just real quick to follow up on, close out the CMC thing. The encouraging thing you should think about is last week, 31 carries, 31 touches. This week, 19. So the touches were not as high volume. So he wouldn't be worn down, right? And when we saw Brian Robinson, he actually stayed on the field for 2, 3, 4 plays. It wasn't one play off. He actually stayed out there. So CMC got a chance to sit on the sideline and rest a bit and not take any wear and tear. I think that's a bit of a formula. And maybe Kyle's still trying to figure out Brian Robinson because remember, he just got here. You know?
True.
So, maybe Kyle's just trying to figure this thing out a little bit. Like he probably had a playbook for Isaac Guerrero and this guy, and all of a sudden this whole new piece comes in and throws a monkey wrench in his system. And, Kyle's a little bit slow to shift. So hopefully we'll see more of that coming. Mac Jones, like I said, they played the box, they played the run. We're not going to let them run all over us. Ricky P can't beat us. Jauan Jennings can't beat us. CMC, he's all over the place. Football when he wants to be, but he's not going to beat us either. Psych. So they got no tight ends. Tight end scored a touchdown and pancaked your ass. How about that? But hey, it's what you do, right? Yeah. Backup quarterback. He's just getting his first play. Let's stop the run and see if this guy can beat us. Well, he beat you. You gambled wrong.
Yeah.
And I think our offensive line is now set. Unfortunately, I think Ben Bartch lost his job to Connor Colby. Although I know this is Connor Colby's first game, but it seems like, the offensive line, I feel, played better this game than they did against Seattle. Yeah. But when Connor Colby was in there, it's like they meshed better, I feel.
He was moving people. He was moving. I put out a tweet giving him a shout out, and I did it in the third quarter because I was watching him like, oh man, Bartch went down. What are we gonna look like? And I saw him moving people, and I was like, oh, he should have cut back behind Colby. oh, they need to run behind 75. Like, well, yo, he's playing a good game. So we talked about developing these young guys, right? getting their feet wet. When you talk about offensive line and that left guard position, develop him while he's next to Trent Williams.
Yeah.
Let it roll. Make it happen. He's super cheap, young and hungry, showing some aptitude for the position. Let him.
You gotta learn from the best.
And exactly, this could be very beneficial to us in the future. So Ben Bartch, I'm sorry to see him get injured, but hey, man, next man up. Let's see what Connor Colby can do for a stretch of games and evaluate from there.
Yeah,
that's
Rod
right.
Says,
Let the rook
cook. I think Kyle Shanahan actually called a great game.
Yeah.
With this win, it's a seventh time starting season with 2 consecutive road wins. Reached the Super Bowl in 4 of the previous 6. The last time an NFL team opened the season with consecutive road wins, playing with 2 different starting quarterbacks, the 1988 Niners with Joe Montana and Steve Young. The San Francisco team won the Super Bowl. 49ers just won 2 with Brock Purdy and Mac Jones.
That's a great stat, but let me just step all over that for a second, even though I
Get
love
him, Matt.
David. That 1988 game, that second game was won by Joe Montana because Joe Montana is the one that made the game-winning throw to Jerry Rice.
He came in, that was against the Giants.
That came in against the Giants because
Steve
Young
I remember something was off.
Quarter.
Yes.
Steve Young played like hot garbage in that game, and Bill Walsh had to bring Joe Montana in the second half to save their ass. So yes, it was 2 different starting quarterbacks, but Joe Montana came in to finish that one off. That's the famous play where the 2 Giants collided each other on the field. And Jerry Rice comes in and scores a touchdown. Bill Belichick still talks about that play. He still has nightmares about that play because he was a defensive coordinator at the time. He just remembers those 2 cleaning each other out and Jerry Rice coasting right in. He uses that as a lesson a lot of times for like late game passing and pass defense and stuff like that. That was a huge play. But yeah, that's a great tweet, and it's factually correct, but it's missing so much friggin' context.
So many context.
Well, you gotta take to Twitter and talk to Lombardi about it.
Then I gotta talk to people. No, like the people here, they get it. Okay, they get to hear it. I don't need to. I don't need to. Too many people can talk now. Okay, that's the problem. So yeah, no, this is when you take it like this, yeah, sure, absolutely, totally factual. But go back and watch the game. Fun fact, 3rd and 4th quarter, there's Joe Montana whipping it around and getting them back into the football game. Because the Giants, up until that point, were kicking their ass. And had been for approximately 3 years at that point. So, yeah. God's sakes.
All right. And Kyle Shanahan, 3rd most wins by a 49ers head coach franchise history. 1st is George Seifert. 2 is Bill Walsh. 3 is Kyle Shanahan. Awesome. All right. So before you move to Arizona, let's go quickly. Game balls. Go ahead, Ty.
Gotta give one to Connor Colby. I mean, I shouted him out before everybody. Suckers. Got in there, played a great game. Gotta give a shout out to Mac Jones, who handled himself very well, played a good one. I had somebody on defense. I was thinking about this the other day. Who freaking was it? Was it D-line? Was it
Upton Snow, Bryce Huff?
You know what? I'm gonna give a shout out just the D-line for the rotation. Once again, I know I mentioned this last week, but I think they're really getting this rotation right. And because different guys are just making plays in different points of the game.
Yeah.
And it's showing up. It's showing up big time. And it's Kalia Davis, who I wanted to point out, because he had a GTFO moment on a run stop where he got off. And he's not only displaying his power, now he's displaying that speed that made us excited when he was drafted, even with the knee injury. It was like, dude, if this dude can get healthy and be a cog in there, we could be on to something. And now he's finally healthy and he's showing it. So there you go.
I'm going to go Mac Jones and Bryce Huff.
Cute.
Go ahead, Maddie.
Mac Jones, although I want everyone to temper their expectations a little bit with Mac Jones. Okay.
He's a serviceable backup quarterback.
Thank you.
Which is what you want. Which is what you want.
Correct. And he could absolutely rebuild his market very similarly to the way Sam Darnold did, right? We see it all the time. We saw how Baker Mayfield did it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he went from streets to penthouse really quick. You know, he George Jeffersoned his ass out there, and it was really impressive. Okay. Yeah. So you could absolutely see that. But he still has these moments where he hangs onto the ball way too long.
Yes.
And he's a fumble waiting to happen because it's there, right? And he got away with a couple things there. He didn't have the and he had some throws that were just a little late and over the middle, and they got bobbled.
Mm-hmm.
He did a lot of that in New England. Okay. So to all the people that are like, well, just let Mac keep starting, and if he keeps winning, you leave him in there. No, you don't. Okay. You don't, because there's still some things that he's got to get out of his system. But right now, he is one of the best backup quarterbacks in the league. This was a prescient offseason move. So he definitely played the system. He could be a poor man's Kirk Cousins, right? Like, he could just come in and play the system and do it exactly the way and that's the type of quarterback that Kyle wants, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, you've got to give him credit for going on the road. That is not a great environment. You know, even if 49ers fans were louder than the stadium music at times, like, that's still that's a rough place to play. That's a rough turf to play on. Mm-hmm. Saints are a good franchise. You know what I mean? They do have some talent on the defensive line.
Oh yeah, they do.
So, like, it's not like he was going up against, nothing.
Scrubs,
you know what I mean? So, and Rattler
don't want no scrubs.
Yeah. So, defensively, definitely, to me, if you really kind of, I really liked how Upton Stout played in that game.
I thought he had a good game too.
He also stepped up to a point where you didn't even notice him, which
allowed him to help. Or is it just me?
I'm still here. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Guess it's time. But he was so steady that they were able to shift some resources over to help Bernardo Green. And once that was done, that was pretty much it. You know what I mean? Also, holy crap. A game ball that I would really like to send is to Kellen Moore. Because I don't know if you guys were paying attention to what the New Orleans Saints were doing on first down, but every time it was first down, they ran the ball up the middle. It was almost scary. Like, I want to say out of, like, however many first downs they have, I want to say 85 to 91% of them were runs up the middle. It was the most predictable thing I have ever seen in my life.
We'll take it.
So thank you, Kellen Moore. Thank you. Game ball to you, sir. And if anybody out there is into live game betting, anytime the New Orleans Saints have the ball on first down, just choose run. Okay, take your mortgage and bet it on that, because you're going to be fine. Because odds are they're good. They're just going to do it. They might gain 2 yards only, but they're going to run it on first down. It's going to be a run time.
There you go.
I have never seen anything like it. It wasn't even a tell. It was like, oh, it's first down. They're going to run the ball up the middle. Run the ball up the middle. Trap, whatever. There was it was traps or counters, but they were always up the middle. Bizarre.
All right, Dina, go ahead.
Yeah. Just a few. Mac Jones, although he does make me nervous because he holds the ball too damn long. I mean, we're all sitting there counting 1, 2, 3, release. But I think he did exceptionally well given the factors that he had to encounter. And my guy, Jauan Jennings, I have to give him something. because he had some pretty good things going on. But I would put him fourth and then give Huff the other one.
Cool. Okay. All right. Moving on to the home opener against the Cardinals. Should be a good game. Divisional opponent. Cardinals always play us hard. We're wearing our white throwbacks. So that would be cool. Niners are ranked top half of the league. The Cardinals are ranked bottom half of the league. Game plan. Ty, to beat the Cardinals.
I think we do establish the run against them. Set up. I saw what Kyle was doing. He was setting up some easy throws for Mac Jones just to get him comfortable, get him, rested, and then hit some bigger stuff later in the game. I think you copy that. Just set him up with some easy stuff, get him comfortable, establish that run, get the play action going. Boom. I know their corners are hurt, but I'm still not overlooking that, like, next man up, and we've seen how their next man up has beaten us in the past. So definitely not falling for this trap again. Defensively, I think it's just contain Kyler. If we could keep him from running around and make him just a pure passer, I think we got a chance. Don't extend drives. That's what killed us against the Saints for the most part. Freaking Spencer Rattler using his legs to extend drives. That and the stupid refs helping him out. But yeah, if we could just contain him a bit, keep him from running, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, Maddie.
Making sure that Marvin Harrison remains a non-factor and not allowing him to be on Renardo Green, I think, is huge.
Double team.
And Fred Warner, I think, can shut down Trey McBride. I think if you can get those two things done, everything should be fine there defensively. And then offensively, just don't turn the damn ball over. You know what I mean? Yeah. Run the ball, have a pretty steady game plan. This Cardinals defense is banged up. They're not that great. Like, run the ball successfully, and get the hell out of it. Just win the game, get the hell out of there. Make it a short game. Play a quick 60-minute football game, right? 7-minute drive, 8-minute drive, boom, 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 right? You get a field goal, get a touchdown, don't give a rat's ass. Just score at the end of every one of them. Like, don't leave points on the field.
Yeah, I agree. The Cardinals head coach was saying that they got to get Marvin Harrison Jr. more involved. So we definitely can't let that happen. And we also obviously have to contain Kyler Murray for sure. I think that's first and foremost. We need to run the ball. Like I said before, I think it's only a matter of time that CMC breaks free. And I think he finally does that on Sunday. And Dina, you're up.
Yeah. No turnovers. Run. Put the running game in. Watch. Stay focused. And watch who's doing what. And also contain Kyler Murray. Force him to throw, not scramble. And I think we got it. If we can contain him, force him to just throw up in the air and stop him scrambling, we got it. And for God's sake, no turnovers. Please. I can't handle it. And run the ball. Run the ball. Score early, score often. That's my motto.
We got to score early, keep scoring.
Yes.
Score early, score often.
Early, then we stopped.
Yeah.
Then it was like, uh-oh.
No. Early and
Somebody
often.
score.
All
Anybody?
the time.
Somebody?
Somebody?
Is this thing on?
All right, let's go. Let's go X Factors. Go ahead, Dina.
X Factor? Oh, hell. I don't know. Like I just said.
Well, player.
Run it. Run. I want to see more of Robinson. or anybody that would complement Fred Warner. I want to see less of CMC running. And that's about it.
Yeah, Ty.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Upton Stout on defense. We saw him blitz this game, right? And where was he coming from? Our defensive left, our defensive right, offensive left. Kyler Murray is left-handed. If you blitz him to that side, maybe force him to go to his right, where he's less effective, that could be a benefit to us. So maybe this was the test to, get his feet wet in that role of forcing Murray into something. I think we figured out the mobile quarterback thing. It's not as bad as it has been. Like, we need to let go of that stigma. The PTSD has got to go at some point. I also see Ricky P having a big game, continuing his growth. I need to see Kyle dial his number up a little bit more. I didn't watch the tape from the Saints game, so I don't know how much he was doubled and such, but the dude's looking unguardable out there. Like, the Saints had nothing for him. Like, I was in Seattle this weekend, and I was talking to a guy. I was like, they can't guard him. Like, Kyle needs to throw him the ball more. So maybe we'll see that this week. Who knows? But those are my two guys on offense and defense.
Yeah, Maddie.
Jake Tongas. I think you're going to need to get a little bit more out of the tight end spot this week.
Jake the Snake.
I think there's a little bit out of Luke Farrell last week, which I thought was awesome. Cool to get his see him get his first NFL touchdown. But at the end of the day, like, I'd like to see a little bit more Jake Tongas in that situation. I think that would really help in the red zone, just to have a good, tight end that can score in the red zone, that gets his hand. As long as he gets his hands on it, he's got it, right? Like, that's all I need. You know what I mean? If those are his only 2 catches of the day and they're in the red zone, shout out me, right? And then the other X factor is Renardo Green. He needs to not play like burnt toast. So that's that. Like, if he can play toast,
double him.
Yeah. He should, at this point, though, like, in his career, if he's trajectorying right, he shouldn't need to be doubled that often. You know what I mean? So that needs to stop. So the other part of that is Renardo Green. And then if you really want to get fancy, I'd like to continue to see a nice linear amount for the special teams. They kind of stayed out of the way last week, which I was very excited about. But at some point, I'd like to see them make a positive impact on a football game.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go with the coaches. Kyle Shanahan, Robert Saleh, Grant Boyer. Call a great game. Let's get to 3-0. 2-0 in the division.
That'd be great. Huge.
Yeah, that would definitely be huge. All right, so one last thing. If Purdy has the ability to play, do we put him out there on Sunday? Quickly.
No.
I say yeah.
Maddie?
If Mac Jones gets hurt, yes. I don't see him coming into play unless Mac Jones gets hurt, though. I don't think Brock Purdy starts this week, and I don't think they're going. I don't think they're going to ramp him up for practice on Friday either.
She was saying if.
Okay, so if he's
to me, if he's good, he's playing.
But how good's good? Do you want 80% of Brock or 100% of Mac?
80% of Brock.
I want 80% of Brock.
But if 20% of that is, if 20% of that is his mobility, do you want Brock Purdy just in the pocket? I don't.
See, that's the thing. No one really knows the extent of this
Brock,
injury.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Like, you know what I mean?
How well is he moving, et cetera, et cetera? We don't know. Is this hampering his mobility? Is it just a pain thing? We don't know. But if he can go, I know there's been so much dissension and talk this week and blah, blah, blah. Mac Jones, he should start. You shouldn't have played Brock. Screw all that. Yeah. There is levels to this. Mm-hmm. And Brock is here and Mac Jones is there. Like, there are different levels of quarterbacking. And that's it. So if we have 80% of Brock, to execute some stuff and make some things happen. Like there was some stuff that happened on Sunday that it was like, ooh, if Brock was out there, ooh,
that wouldn't have happened.
He would have cooked him right there. Oh, that play that throw would have been on time. This would have been this. We would still be on the field. There's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
So like, and I'm saying this because it's a divisional game also, and it's those pesky ass Redbirds, those red pigeons.
Yes.
Like, I want to bury them. I do. So I would prefer, Brock to start if all things, being equal, he was good to go. And once again, we're on our beautiful Bermuda grass.
Yes. Yeah. Hurry up offense, 2-minute warning. Shout out to the chat. You guys were great tonight. Let's go 3-0. Let's be 2-0 in the division. This is a big game on Sunday, home opener. If you're going, be loud. Have fun. I know I will. As always, go Niners. Ty, you're up.
Yeah, gotta give a shout out. I shout out players all the time, but I gotta shout out the faithful for just totally taking over New Orleans, taking over the streets, making fans feel icky. It's always good to hear an opposing player be like, man, I'm pissed off they took over our stadium. Well, that's what we do.
Yep.
First time, huh? That's just how we roll.
Yep.
So shout out to the faithful for being loud and proud in there. Couldn't be happier about this community than I am right now. So go Niners and go faithful.
Yeah, Dina.
Yeah, let's go Niners. You're playing at home on that grass. Let's get it. Kill the Redbird.
Yeah, Maddie.
The Atlanta game is now gone.
Nope.
Steve-O is going to be going to the Atlanta game. I can't wait to hear
go,
about
Steve-O.
that. And there are a few tickets remaining. So NinersWO.com and get your tickets now and be there. You can't go this weekend because Jess is using my tickets. So
claimed.
We're all very, very excited about that.
Claim it.
I'm hoping she loves it and she makes friends and she wants to go back. So that's what we're rooting for.
Hint, no pressure, Jess.
My
no pressure.
seatmates are all my seatmates and my partners like around there are all pretty cool. I just haven't had a chance to really meet them. So yeah.
My mom likes to talk, so I'm sure she'll do a lot of the talking.
I 100% have faith she's going to make some friends.
Fan favorite.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we are out of here. Enjoy the game. Stay faithful. As always, go Niners, and we will see you next week.
That's right. Stay faithful, everybody. See ya.
Ace.
And of course, for the upstart 49ers, they're 6 yards away from Pontiac. 3rd and 3.
We'll see a pickup sometime on the right side, possibly.
Montana